Ok, come vedi questa edizione di OMAT 2011? Come vedete voi questo mercato, gli investimenti?
Ma devo dire una cosa, io la prima volta che partecipo a questo evento e trovo sia sicuramente interessante vedere le idee di tutti, quindi condividere un po' diciamo, quanto si sta facendo in questo ambito in aziende differenti o comunque in realtà molto diverse. Devo ancora in realtà prendere un po' bene le misure diciamo della qualità di quanto viene raccontato. Al momento mi sembra che la cosa sia molto interessante e che alla fine della giornata ci porteremo a casa qualcosa che ci darà del valore aggiunto ai lavori che stiamo facendo e quindi alle attività che abbiamo intrapreso nella nostra azienda.
Ok, grazie. I progetti più evoluti, innovativi che state sviluppando in questo momento?
Appunto, esatto, noi siamo di Reply, siamo una società di sviluppo software e servizi in ambito, in questo caso in ambito proprio di archivi. Abbiamo un taglio un po' più multimediale legato alla gestione del video e dell'audio, però sempre più vediamo l'esigenza nei clienti di un approccio integrato alla consultazione e all'archiviazione dei documenti, quindi che siano testuali, di tipo amministrativo, di tipo editoriale o di tipo appunto multimediale legati al video e all'audio. In questo caso questa visita ci sta aiutando a capire cosa tecnologicamente come evolve il mondo più sul taglio tradizionale documentale che dobbiamo integrare necessariamente nelle nostre soluzioni.
Abbiamo qui con noi Atle Skjekkeland di AIM. So, Atle, how are you doing and what is AIM's aim?
Okay, thank you. It's a pleasure to be here. It was really interesting to experience OMAT for the first time, and I hope to be back. AIM is a non-for-profit industry association going back a little bit before my time at AIM. I've been there 6 years. This goes back to 1943. And you might say it's 4 areas that AIM provide value to its community. One is professional development, training courses, around 20,000 people are going through that. Second is education, that's free stuff, research and all the things that helps people understand what do I need to do, why should I do this, and how do I do it. Third is actually the networking, meaning allowing people to meet people like themselves to learn from others. And 4 is industry advocacy, trying to explain to the bigger world out there, this is the value of these technologies, these are the standards, and this is how we move forward.
And how did you experience the Italian market? What is your impression?
It seems like my impression of the Italian market is that it's quite similar to a number of other countries, that you have some high-tech companies that are doing very well and others that are, still struggling to figure out what's the benefit there, how do we get rid of paper in our processes. So it seems like we still need to be able to identify the benefits and document the benefits of those people that have done it early, and then to show that to the people that are laggers, to help them move into this area, get rid of paper, but also then allowing people to learn from each other in the process.
Which are the biggest obstacles or challenges you see here? Is there anything we can learn from other countries?
It's a tough question. I would say that one is being able to use events like this, but also online networking, to make success stories even more visible. So people can see, okay, this organization that looks a little bit similar to me has done this, and this was the benefit. So I can go back to my organization and use that as a business case to show to executives, we need to move in this direction, and this is the benefits we can expect from that, to get proof of concept. And that's one, I think, important areas of events like this. It allows people to learn and allows people to network to help to speed that process up.
What about cloud? Is it a challenge or a risk?
Cloud services or software as a service, meaning that you can, instead of installing it yourself, you get it from somebody else, or you buy it as a service, I think has a lot of opportunities and benefits for a number of organizations. Even though people are concerned about the risk, but every year it becomes more and more mature, the risks, the cloud services, and therefore the risk is being addressed. I know especially in governments, people talk about the G cloud or government cloud. In that way, instead of using a commercial service, you can go to a government entity and get it securely in the way you need. That also have merit, absolutely, because that's then not a big step, but a step up at least. But lastly, I think in the US we've seen that the government started really to see the benefits of cloud, even a commercial cloud. And in 2009, actually, in the US, they launched apps.gov, which is cloud services, software as a service for government, solution that's been pre-approved by a government entity that the government can then use with their approval. And in that way, you speed up the development. And I have to say, as a business person, it means also I can get this up and running very quickly instead of having to wait 1 year, 2 years for this being rolled out in an organization. And that's why I think the cloud is coming. Perhaps not as fast as we think in the industry that we feel it's going, but sometimes faster than perhaps we expect still. So I think the cloud is absolutely something we see more and more discussion about, and security will be addressed better and better for every new version.
How do you think the information market will be of your children?
I think that's a good question, an interesting question. We're spending a lot of time discussing this internally, as what's the next big thing and what are the changes that are coming. And we talked about during the session today is that we have seen PCs come in the market in the 90s. We then saw the network computers. Then we saw people being the most important aspect in the 2000. And now it's about connecting people, with Facebook being the most typical example. And I think we start seeing this paradigm shift and new technologies, but I think what's coming now next is things that we can't even imagine, of completely new thing that connects different information sources and brings additional value. And one example would be face recognition. You can use that with voice recognition. So I have my cell phone here. We meet. It takes a picture of you, goes to the cloud, face recognition, figure out who you are, checks are you on Facebook, LinkedIn, then provide that back again. And therefore, I think our children will take what we see now. That's what they grew up with. This is what information is available everywhere. Their job is just to quality assure it. But now the intelligence layer come on next, which I think is where we're really going to see the value. And I also think we're going to see the big differences in companies, how some companies are good at benefiting from that, while others are still struggling with the old paradigm shift of paper versus non-paper.
Great. Okay, thank you very much, Atle. I hope to see you at Rome in Milan. But Rome.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Atle. I hope to see you at OMAT in Rome the 9th and 10th of November.
Thank you. I look forward to that.